Alright, here we go. Rough fit, obviously. I've got it slid over enough so we could get that out of the way. I want that to be over as far as we can get it for room for that. Make sure you can see. Rough fit. And we just cut that old panel up. Was able to get the bullet holes out of it or whatever, so you know, we scratched some lines on it, this and that, cut it out by hand. Now it is fitting tight. It's fitting tight on this side. It's halfway of that hole, or quarter inch of the hole, quarter of the way, whatever. But it looks like it's not hitting the transmission right there, so it shouldn't make no noise. But this firewall needs to go up about 1/4 of an inch. You can see it's got almost a half. I need 1/4. And then these side edges will take it up so far with a strip of metal, and I'll weld it out solid, and then we got to rebend that. We got to rebend this one side where it's kind of in the way of the heater box. You can see rough fit, you know, basic, just bend it. But I gave myself a 4-inch lip, so I had extra. This stuff is pretty thick. But here on the sides, we're going to take, and from here up to about here, I'm just going to take a strip of metal. I'll weld this out solid. They give us somewhere to stick a self-tapper in it, okay? And we might try to get some, like one of those tools that'll put a thread insert in it. We can bolt it up. This top piece, it'll float. And we'll probably just take it out. Once we can get that up, you can see it's got a long ways to go up. The seam sealer's in the way, but we might have to heat that up with a torch and just beat that. It's got to be there because this right here is where your windshield wiper motor and stuff is, so it's got to be able to come down here and let the water out on this side. So we'll probably just take and put a strip here to here, here to here, and give us a little something to stick out. We'll stick it out probably about 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch. We can bend it around this side here and weld it out too, both sides. And then we're just going to self-tapper it to it for now, and that'll be a rough fit. This here we'll have to mark it on this side and close this up. We'll have to cut it and put another bend on it to tighten up the hole, so we make sure we can get our heater box controls out. Definitely want to hook up the heater some kind of way. Probably have to cut the back of the box out, whatever it takes. If we even have to just cut it off in a way to where we just stick a piece of metal up there with some tubing on it and just hit the windshield and hit the floor and get it tied in right here, some kind of way. But it definitely needs heat to defrost the window, and that's a rough fit on that, so it's nothing much. But we'll take and make some pieces on the side here so we can at least weld it, you know, so far, and then have something to stick a self-tapper to it, and then stick this down with a self-tapper and get it rough fitted in. We'll put our heater box up there, see if it'll even mount back up there, and see if we can't do something with it. But we got to give ourselves plenty of room here. Even if we have to just take the heater box mount and cut it and just have where the squirrel cage can blow through it, we'll make something to make it happen. Used to do it in lowriders. Some of them lowriders, you know, they had a brass heater core. That's all you got to have is a spot to stick it through. You don't even have to have a spot to stick it through. You can take those tubes, braze you some tubes to it and come out, as long as they hit them heater hoses. You just got to come one way out the other way and have something that blows across it. So I used to watch a couple guys built body drop trucks, did that all the time, so it's not a big deal. But we got her gutted again. I'm gonna try to get this roughed in. Well, there's 2 little strips, something to stick it to. We'll stick it down to the floorboard. It'll float on the top, pull the motor out, we'll bend all that back and get it tapped down and weld it out solid for our pieces. And then as far as maybe getting something to go in there and swell it out so it can stick a bolt in it, the top will just be seam sealed on there or something. Won't be able to do much with it. We can't go up inside of that. I mean, you probably could, but you're not going to be able to get to it. You know, we need to be able to take that out to access our radiator hose, or if we have any leaks, and get the bell housing bolts and stuff. So I like to make it to where I can work on it. If there's no room for my hand, and I've got little hands, we're going to make some room, one way or the other. Special way to take it apart, but you know, sometimes, but you know, we got the starter in it and out of it, so that's what's going to be happening.